Welcome, ma'am. We are ready with to continue the interview. The first question will be the being the director of IICMR Pune. Kindly tell
Yeah.
about your experience in the education industry and what is the best part to work in this industry.
See, in IICMR, we believe that every student is unique and finding out their strengths, their weaknesses, and guiding them accordingly for the opportunities which they will get in future as per their strengths, and the same time the challenges which they will face in future because of their weaknesses is what we keep on doing in our planned mentoring sessions. We have a very planned mentoring and counseling sessions which we do, and I personally do that mentoring. So it is a I would say a bond gets developed between the students and also me, and also some few senior faculty members. They do this kind of mentoring. So when these students they shine in their career, they are happy, they are successful in their career, and when they come to us and share their experiences, it is that happiness or that contentment, that satisfaction is beyond compare. That is what I like the most in this education field, I would say.
Okay. Moving on to the next question. Any significant challenges you faced as a director of the college?
um, no, actually, no such challenges. But in this pandemic time, I would like to say that there are some students coming from different areas of the state or India also. There are people who are staying in remote places where in those villages there is no internet connection, there is no mobile connectivity is also very less. So using that mobile pack, attending the lectures for the whole day or maybe 4 to 5 hours was very difficult. So we actually could not help them, but whatever we could do, we helped them in the sense like we recorded the videos of our lectures, because whenever the lecture is of say 1 or 1.5 hour, it doesn't happen that all that 1 and 1.5 hour teacher keeps on teaching new things. So there are some concepts, and then she interact with the students. So whatever those 10 to 15 minutes of the part which is very much important, which she teaches in that session, we have recorded that and we have posted it on our YouTube channel. Also, whenever the students feel like attending that but could not attend because of this, we have sent them the link, and they are attending this way. So challenge as such I faced in this pandemic time, but still like we are thinking our own way to help them and be in touch with the students.
I must say that's a great initiative, ma'am. Moving on to the next question, how do you tend to establish a relation with the students? Being a director, how do you make yourself available for them?
I teach, though I'm a director, I have some time reserved for teaching, so I take lectures. I also guide them in their project, because MCA especially, it has a project in every semester, and the final semester it is a major project where the student, whatever they have been learning in their theory lectures, they have to implement it, they have to apply it. So I do teach them, I guide them, and apart from that, this is generally the lectures which I conduct. But apart from that, as I've told you, we have a very good mentoring activity wherein we actually uh, give them some questionnaire to fill to understand what problems they have faced maybe in their initial years, or whatever they are finding it difficult to cope up with the life in general, professional or educational life, or maybe in personal. So sometimes it happens, though they are postgraduate students, they feel like opening up with somebody, and that they do with me. We speak at least 1 hour. They speak to me, they share their problems, then I suggest them some solutions what they have to do. There are many students who cannot speak English very well because of they are coming from remote areas where their education, maybe they have written paper maybe in English, but all their professors, teachers have taught them in their native language, maybe Hindi or Marathi or Gujarati. So how they should cope up with this scenario, this professional life, so that we keep on guiding. And that way what happens is that kind of relationship gets developed, and that this specific interaction makes a bond more strengthen the bond with us. And after they complete their education also, like a family, they come to us and share their success stories, and how they have got or how all these mentoring and teaching has helped us, help them in their career.
Okay. Ma'am, tell us about the efforts behind establishing such a successful college, and how do you plan to get it to greater heights?
Uh, See, we have started our college in 2003, and in these 18 long years, we have never compromised on the quality education. So we have tried to give the students whatever is the best, the excellent staff. There is least attrition ratio in our college, so it doesn't happen that the students keep on coming, and in that 3 years there are 4-5 teachers keep on changing. So still the teachers who have been there in the initial years, they are still there with us, so that continuity, that bond gets developed. This staff, I would say they are excellent. All of them, they are experienced, they are international certified in their own subjects. And I would say there are some USPs of our college. So to start with, like the first is we give them international certification training. This is free of cost. The students need not pay any extra for that. But what happens that once they complete their MCA of 3 years, along with that university degree, they also have the international certification, which in IT industry especially is very much essential. So certifications like Salesforce, certifications under Microsoft, Oracle, Amazon Cloud Services, under testing, ISTQB. So there are a lot many certifications. We make them available. We train them in our college. So between 2 semesters, whenever we get time of vacation, 10 days time for 8 hours, we train the students. These are people, sometimes they are coming from industry, or sometimes the certification, if our faculty members have already completed, they teach us, and for last 1 day we call the experts in that particular field, which makes them very much what I would say billable when they go to industry. That is the first thing. And second thing is for everything whatever we are doing in IT industry, experiencing that is very important. So whatever projects which have been there in the syllabus of Pune University, so our students very seriously take those projects, and they develop the projects. And that is why we have an initiative like IT clinic, wherein we take up small projects like developing small websites. And because of these, the students understand how to develop, how to do some kind of entrepreneurial skills also get developed in them. This third important thing is we feel that in IT company or in any where they go in future, working in team is very much important. So we have planned many activities, or the assignments also which are given to them. It is not only question and answer kind of assignments. It may be something like they have to read a very good book from the library, a group of people, and then they have to perform whatever they have understood in the skit format. So what happens, they understand like, of course they get a stage fear. If some of them they are having, they come over that stage fear, or they know how to work in teams. So there are lot many activities which gives that team building spirit in them, that we imbibe. There are many employability enhancement activities we have for the students. It may be aptitude training, wherein when they do the placement, the company's first level is aptitude test. So aptitude training is given to them. We also teach them soft skills. So group discussions, lot of group discussions, whatever is happening, current affairs. So those topics are given to them for group discussion. So employability enhancement activities, which we have been doing for so many years, and it starts from maybe first semester end and till the placement activity starts. So it helps them in getting placement. As I've told you, entrepreneurial motivation we give them in with the help of that IT clinic initiative, where they repair the mobiles, they repair laptops, they repair or they develop websites for people. They develop different softwares for people around them. And this mobile laptop training, repair training, we have given in our institute. So those who are not very much keen in going in software, so they do these kind of get training and do these kind of repair work. As I've told you, understanding their strengths and weaknesses, we give them these additional training, which is over and above the syllabus. Again, participating in various competition is what we feel should be given most importance, because it is not only it gives them that what's confidence, but they also understand where they are lagging. So Smart India Hackathon, which is an initiative of AICT and companies, HRD ministry, wherein they give different problem statements. Ministry gives various problem statement and the students have to work on that. So our teams have been in the finalists. Some in 1 or 2 years they have won the prizes. So that kind of competitive spirit also gets built. For research aptitude also, we ask them to read various research papers, and they have to give some kind of assignment what they have understood from this research paper. So whenever they have to write a research paper, it becomes very easier for them. And till now our academic results have been best. If we compare with universities, always been the higher side than university. Our students show their presence in university merit list also. Last year only, the year which was ended, our students stood 6th in the university merit list. So I think in these years we have putting our 100%, and we are finding the fruits. Now the students, when they come to us, they are at different posts, various good posts, because now for this 15 to 18 years, our first few batches, they are in a very good position in different industries here and also abroad.
Okay, ma'am. The next question would be, how do you create a student-centric environment in your college?
First of all, it is a postgraduate college. So the students come from various parts of the city, state. Since it is a centralized process, we don't have anything our say on a 10th, 12th graduation marks. Also, the students are coming from social, economic, educational background. They have universities. So even if they have done their BSc or BCA, the syllabus of these programs in different universities is different. So what we do is, whenever the students get admitted, we conduct a psychometric test, which gives a detailed analysis of that student, how he is, how his social background, economical, educational background, what are his interests, where he is lagging. and then we mentor and counsel them. And then we understand, like, if we have to bridge the gap in whatever they have learned till now, and if they have to do now post graduation, if there are some kind of bridge courses need to be done for these students, we also have these add-on courses, the certification level courses. So depending upon their liking, student based training for different international certification, we give them free of cost. That I think have helped them a lot, because once they complete their graduation, post graduation, along with MCA, they have at least one international degree. There are students who are not fitting into the criteria of various MNCs, where they um, want that the student should be first class or maybe 55% as per their criteria, 10, 12 graduation. So sometimes some of the students are not fitting in those criteria, but because of this international certification, it becomes very easier for them to get job.
Okay. What would be your ideal school environment, and how do you encourage to that kind of culture?
Okay, so yeah, basically this postgraduate college, when we say, it is a centralized process. So first of all, we have to understand, like, though the students are not very much known to us, they are coming from different background, we believe that they should get what they have come here for. So we as teachers, though we call us ourselves as teacher, but we believe that we are their mentors, we are their guides. In this post graduation institute, what I believe is they should do hands-on things wherever it is possible. Whatever they have been learning in these many years till graduation, now they have come to post graduation. So they should do some kind of research work, and all that kind of facilities should be provided by the college. They should feel that whatever problems they are seeing around, maybe they are coming from different villages, so whatever problems they have faced at their place, they should able to apply their knowledge, whatever they are going to gain in the college, and the college should provide that kind of facility to them, so that whatever are their hidden talents, whatever are their strengths, they should able to apply that. They should able to use it on all kind of platforms a college provides. Some such kind of activities or entrepreneur activities which would increase all these kind of aptitude in them, and they will start believing in them that they will able to do that. So all those kind of facilities, I feel the college should provide. And in that way, we are having all these kind of platforms provided to the students. So even, I would say, even in this pandemic time, all those things which we have been conducting throughout the year, we have conducted online. We have our own research journal where the students can write paper, and they can publish it. It is a blind reviewed, double reviewed journal. So it doesn't happen that whatever they have to write, they will just write and it will get selected. So they understand how to write a research paper. If they want to develop something, if they really want to have their own company after few years, they have been understanding all those stages which an entrepreneur should do. If some students are good in writing skills or drawing skills, we have our own magazine where they can publish their things. We have our own ARCO club. ARCO is the first ray of sunlight. So this club is for the students, made by the students, and where they have to have very much activities which they have to plan on their own, execute on their own. We just guide them. So this have helped them a lot. There are so many students, they come to us because of we have completed something, some event successfully, thankfully in these college days, now I can handle so many things. Platforms, all the colleges should give, which AICMR is giving whatever the best way possible.
Okay. What do you see as the greatest strength of IICMR College?
Yeah, so I've been telling you that along with this post graduation certificate, which they will have in their hand after completing their post graduation MCA, they will have international certification. In this pandemic time, too, the placements are going on very well. The highest package is around 6 LPA, which our students have got. Also, it happens that generally the attrition ratio of our college teachers is so less that all the teachers who are there teaching in our college, they are from the beginning experienced and international certified in their own subject which they are teaching. So all the kind of platforms which are co-curricular, curricular, extracurricular activities, also research, entrepreneurial, all these kind of platforms we provide in our college for the students.
Okay.
These I would say would be the highest
Okay.
USPs of the college.
What goals do you have in your mind for your institution in next coming few years?
As I've told you, like whatever we have been doing, we want to do it in a more quantity wise good number. Like if the students are having their presence in our university merit list, more students should have get their names in their university merit list. Or if the students are writing papers, research papers, more of research paper, we feel we want some patents which we are thinking of filing. So we 100% believe that some good research projects we will be completing soon in and also will with the patents. Our students, we believe that we want our students to have the alumni branches to open in United States, because there are lot many students who have passed from MCA. They are now settled in US, so we want to have one more branch in US. So whatever the latest technology, the kind of bond which we are having with our alumni, whatever the latest things happening outside the country, also we, our students here can get trained by their elders, alumni. So we wish to do that in coming years.
Yeah. Moving on to the next question, ma'am. Being a director of a renowned college, what suggestion would you give to the youths or the aspiring students?
I would say that first of all, they have to understand, they have to do their own SWOT, strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat analysis on their own. If they cannot, they should take help of some mentor. They should have at least one mentor, a professional mentor who would guide them in right path. And I would say that there are so many problems which we see in our nearby area, in our society. Whatever technology they would be learning in their curriculum, they should able to apply that technology, that theory, to solve their own problems. So we want our students should not be only technology experts, but they also should be good human being. They should help the society. Social responsibility, a good citizen is what I feel, I believe every student should be. And when he will become a good human being, a good uh, what a good person, he will understand whatever are the problems which are faced by people outside. He will open his eyes, he will think in his brain, and then he will able to provide the solution to those problems. So first of all, whatever is the latest thing, he should keep on grabbing all those opportunities which he will get understand, learn many things. It has become very easier now because of this technology to learn new things, and applying, doing small projects every whenever he gets time is what I believe students should do. And that kind of research mind he should always have in him, so that I am 100% sure he will go ahead in his career, whatever career he chooses.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. That's all for the day. It was nice having you here for a conversation.